Hello everyone and welcome back. So today's mani video is on one of the box of gloom plates, and it's this lovely floral spider mani. And I only used two different plates for this mani, and the second plate is only so we can get the spider web. Everything else is done with the plate from the box of gloom. And so I don't decimate this. The plates that I used is Maniology's M316, and this is the one that I used for the spider web, and it's the only image I used from this plate. And the plate in question from the box of gloom is M614. So this year Maniology did something a little different, and if you were unable to get the box of gloom, I'm sorry that you missed out on it. This is the first year that the plates were exclusive. All 5 plates were exclusive to the box, which was kind of surprising to me. They've never done that in the past, but this year they did. So you can, of course, get them secondhand from places like eBay, buy-sell trade groups for nail art supplies on Facebook, and things like that. Unfortunately, there's, like in many other areas, there are scalpers, so you can potentially get the entire box, but you're probably going to pay a premium price. And there's going to be people that don't like everything inside of the box and are willing to sell the pieces that they don't like. So if this is something you are really interested in, please do not be discouraged. You may have to do a little bit of hunting, but I'm sure that somewhere along the line you will be able to find the plate in question. One moment, and I think I can pull up the name of the group that I see a lot of people use and I am part of for secondhand plates. Find it real quick. Okay, so this is the group that I actually trust to buy secondhand from, and it is pretty reliable. The founder of that group is very strict on her policies and makes sure that people are not going to get ripped off. So that is a very good place to get older plates that are no longer available from various companies, not just Maniology, but she also has her own company of plates for the same, as well, that she sells. So even her own plates have been known to pop up on there from other people that are wanting to get some money because they had a medical emergency or whatever, whatever the reason. That's a common thing you will see in there. So if you are looking for old plates that are discontinued, that is a good place to go, as well as eBay. So I will go ahead and get into the polishes. So I used 4 different stamping polishes and 4 different regular polishes: sticky base, aqua topper, and quick dry top coat. So the base colors that were used was Silver Sparkler from Maybelline in their Fast Gel line. It is not a gel polish, it is a regular nail lacquer, and the biggest hint is this bottle is clear. So they say it's gel-like, it is not actually gel. So please do not misconstrue that. It is a regular nail lacquer. And I used Sally Hansen's Hypnotical for the other color. And I used Hypnotical on the thumb, middle, and pinky, and I used the Silver Sparkler on the ring and the ring and the index. I had that backwards for a second. So I also used You Just Wait by Sinful Colors for reverse stamping, and Tahitian Pearl by Wet n Wild Mega Last. I used both a basic white and black from Born Pretty, but any basic white or black stamping polish will work. I also used 2 stamping polishes from Maniology. One of is Shadowviel and the other is Evil Eye. So Shadowviel, I believe, is actually one that came in the box of gloom. And Evil Eye came in one of the, I think it came in the very first Halloween countdown calendar box that Maniology had created, both of which are still available on the site. They are not exclusive to the box. You can still purchase them. And I used Maniology's Sticky Base, Maniology's Aqua Topper, Seche Vite's Quick Dry Top Coat. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our design. I'm going to go ahead and grab the thumb, and I'm going to grab Maniology's M316 and my white stamping polish. I'm going to grab this image right here. Clean off the excess imagery, and then I'm going to apply to the thumb like so. Clean my stamper of any excess polish. And that is all we use this plate for. Set that off to the side. Now this is the only plate we're going to be working on throughout the rest of this mani. So I'm going to take Evil Eye, and I'm going to pick up this image right here. Look like that. I'm going to put it at an angle in the upper right hand corner. Okay, so now I'm going to take my black. I'm going to pick up this image right here. I'm going to be reverse stamping on this ever so slightly. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for you guys so you can see the image. You see these tiny little leaves right here? I am going to take the Tahitian Pearl from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to fill them in. Okay, so now that I have filled that in, I'm going to give that a moment to dry. Excuse me, sorry. And now I'm going to grab shadowviel while we're waiting on that to dry some. And there it is. Grab my plate. So this next image, you kind of have to think outside of the box with, so it did take me a moment to get what I wanted to do with this, but this is the image we are going to pick up now from the roses down. And we're going to use shadowviel for that. Okay, this looks ready. All right, so now we're gonna line the rose outline up over top of the first stamp. Stamp down. Now, if you are not good with your timing, and have problems with the image not wanting to go down like I am now currently struggling with, then you may want to use some sticky base. Okay. I am going to press this in because I should have just sticky based this as a preventative measure, but I did not. Come on, my little spider. Okay, so what I'm going to do for that last little bit of that image that did not want to transfer, I am going to take, and I'm going to pick that up again with black. I'm going to take some tape. I'm going to clean off the part of the image that did not want to transfer. Clean up to that point. And we are going to go back in at the top of the rose and stamp down. Okay, so as you can see, all of that's there. Now that one part is sticking up a little bit. Oh, I transferred my finger, so I can fix that one the same way I fixed the other one. So we're gonna go in because it didn't want to stay. And we're just going to grab the legs. So go in. Line it up and place. And problem solved. So now we are going to go in with our aqua topper. Now I'm going to make this note for you guys about aqua topper, okay? Aqua topper is phenomenal. Now the reason I'm using aqua topper instead of the smudge free top coat is because Evil Eye is one of those unusual colors, and I've had this problem with several different reds that really likes to bleed into the top coat and just kind of spread around and like give it a red glow effect. So Aqua Topper does not have that problem with it, but what problem it does have is that if you do not let it dry enough before putting your quick dry top coat on, it'll leave a permanent foggy area on the nail. So you need to make sure that you just go very thinly with your Aqua Topper to protect the stamp, and then make sure that it is completely dry before you top it with your quick dry top coat or your glossy top coat, whichever you would like, or you could even go with a matte top coat. I fully and wholeheartedly believe that this design would look good as matte as well. So you want to make sure that it is fully dry, and as it dries, especially if it has any thickness to it at all, you will see it get cloudy in those spots, but as it dries, the cloudiness will go away. So if I find any of those spots while we are doing this video, I will show you so you know what it looks like and what to look for. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and grab this image with shadowviel, and we're gonna grab our index finger. All right, there it is. I did not put enough polish. That is what I was afraid of. Nope. Try it again. With really open images like this, it's hard to judge how much polish you need. More is generally what you want though, because it is such an open image and you need the polish to fill all of it. There we go. Haha, I win. Okay, so here we go. So there's our image. And we are also going to reverse stamp with this one. Now this is the one that I use sticky base on to do the transfer because it is a full nail image, and there's a lot of different stuff in it. You can't easily fix that like you can the spider on that spider web if something doesn't transfer properly. So you want to make sure that with ones like this that you're using a sticky base. There it is. So there's Evil Eye and Tahitian Pearl are, okay, where is, there's my black. So I use black, Tahitian Pearl, and Evil Eye to do the reverse stamping. And there we go. So I am going to start with the black on the spider. I'm carefully filling in all of the spider. Okay, so that is all we use the black in on this image. Now I'm going to go in with Tahitian Pearl from Mega Last, Wet n Wild's Mega Last. And I'm going to fill in all of the leaves. And as you can see, there is lots of leaves. Now, we're not worried about the spider web. The base color is what the spider web will be. Okay, I think I got them all. Yes. All right, so now we're going to take Evil Eye and we're going to fill in all of the roses. I apologize if you hear the storm outside. It seems to be mild at the moment, but there's definitely some rolling thunder. So I apologize if you guys can hear that. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it, obviously, but this was the only time I had to record. This is a very busy day for me today. Even more than Mondays usually are. Alright, so we're almost filled in. Let's take a look, make sure I didn't miss any spots of importance. I'd say that looks pretty good to go. So I'm going to back this up. Okay, we are going to grab the sticky base. We're going to get this set up. And I'm going to set this up to the side to dry some more. I'm going to grab our M614 from Maniology and the black stamping polish. And we're going to use this image right here. Okay. Okay, so now, excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and fill in on this one. So on this one, we are going to grab Tiche and Pearl. and You Just Wait by Sinful Colors. And after we stamp down, we will need Evil Eye. Let's start with Tiche and Pearl. Fill in all of these lovely little leaves. Okay, now that we've filled in all of that, it's time to move on to the flowers. And You Just Wait is the color in question. Okay. This is ready. Let's go ahead and place. On the nail, like so. And you do your cleanup if you're already doing this on your hand and not on tips. You can use a cleanup brush. In this case, it's great to use tape, so you're not adding acetone to the tip. And potentially ruining the nail tip. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with my aqua topper again, because I want this to be completely dry by the time it's time to put the quick dry top coat on. Sorry, I had a brain fart. What on earth? Sorry guys, I needed to clean that out. It was about to be a hazard to the set. Okay. Set that on the stand. Now we are going to move on to the middle finger, and we're going to put our sticky base. Thin layer of sticky base. And while we are waiting for that to get tacky, we're going to grab M614 and we're going to grab our stamping polish that is called Shadowviel. And this time we're going to do the opposite of what we did last time. We're going to go from the Morning Glories or Moon moonflowers, whichever one would be considered. They're shaped the same way and up instead of the roses down. Nice pickup. Okay. All right, ready. So now we're going to place in the center of the nail like so. And now we're going to take Evil Eye. And you're going to take a singular dot of red. And you're going to place it on the butt, like so. And just like the previous 2 times, we're going to use Aqua Topper. So I'm going to grab that. And put a nice thin coat. Now we are going to grab the ring finger, our stamp, we just set aside, and we're going to grab Tiche and Pearl, black, and you just wait. We're going to start with black, and we're going to fill in that spider. That did not come out how I was hoping, so we are going to try that again. The spider is the hardest one, that's why I start with it. Using shadowviel. Too much polish. That's better. Okay, so we don't want the roses. Clean my plate. Set it up to the side. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the where is it? Tige and Pearl. And we're going to fill in all of the foliage, all of the leaves and vines. Fill in all of the leaves, all of the vines. Okay, once you have all the leaves filled in, oh dang it, I missed another one. I thought I was missing one. There it is. Okay, once you have all the leaves filled in, then you take You Just Wait and fill in all of the flowers. Okay. Oh, I did miss a leaf and another vine, so I'm going to grab Tahitian Pearl because I did miss another spot. Hold on. There's just so many of them. Okay. So that one has been filled in. And this is what it looks like. Back this up. We're going to take sticky base. To provide the nice background for the image. And we're going to need to wait a moment for that to dry and become tacky enough. So I'm going to grab the plate again. And our final image is this image right here. And we're going to pick it up with black. Clean the plate. Okay. So this is now ready. Try to center the spider and then press down. Now when you have a full image like this, you're going to have to play a little walkie-walkie thing like what I just did with the stamper. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put our layer of aqua topper. Okay, so now that I've top coated that with the aqua topper, we're going to move on to filling in this lovely image right here. And once again, you're going to want Tahitian Pearl, and You Just Wait, as well as Evil Eye. So I'm going to start with Evil Eye, and that is in the center part of the body of the spider. Okay. I'm going to take Tahitian Pearl and fill in all of the leaves. There are not many. And they're exceptionally small. big. Oh. Now it's time to use You Just Wait by Sinful Colors. We're filling all of the flowers with this color. Okay. Okay. Back this up. This is what it's going to look like. Now I'm going to put my sticky base on and let it sit for a moment. Okay. So once this is dry enough, we can transfer it. So line it up to the center of the nail to the best of your ability. And place down. Once you've done that, you can go in with your aqua topper and remember, you don't want to go too thick because then it will take a really long time to dry and it will get very cloudy, and it will also cause problems with your quick dry top coat. Let that dry for a moment. And clean up while it's drying. And there you have it. Let's go ahead and top coat with the Seche Vite. Now, I will say that on rare occasions, when you do put a quick dry top coat over the aqua topper, and while it's still in the cloudy state, it will sometimes finish evaporating out within the quick top dry coat. Good grief, I cannot speak today. But it takes a very, very long time for the cloudiness to go away. And there you guys have it. That is exactly how I created this lovely Spider Mani with the Box of Gloom spider plate. This lovely mani is great for Halloween and for gothic lovers like myself. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this mani tutorial, and I hope that you all are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be while you're watching this video. And until next time, guys, thank you all for watching. Bye.